Basic concepts in phonetics. Language, a system of arbitrary, conventional spoken, manual sign, or written symbols by means of which human beings, as members of a social group and participants in its culture, express themselves. The functions of language include communication, the expression of identity, play, imaginative expression, and emotional release. We have linguistics, the scientific study of language. The word was first used in the middle of the 19th century to emphasize the difference between a newer approach to the study of language that was then developing and the more traditional approach of philology. Then we have phonetics. That is a branch of linguistics that comprises the study of the sounds of human speech. It involves the physical properties of speech sounds, the physiological production, acoustic properties, auditory perception, and neurophysiology status. Phonetics is divided into three branches. Articulatory phonetics, the study of how speech sounds are produced by the human vocal apparatus. Second, acoustic phonetics, the study of the sound wave made by the human vocal organs for communication. And third, auditory phonetics, the study of how speech sounds are perceived by the ear, auditory nerve, and brain. Phonology is the study of how sounds are organized and used in natural languages. The phonological system of a language includes an inventory of sounds and the features and rules which specify how sounds interact with each other. Phonology studies everything related to the standards that rule possible combinations of phonemes in a given language. What is the difference between phonology and phonetics? Well, phonetic and phonology are two fields dedicated to the study of human speech sounds and sound structure. The difference between phonetics and phonology is that phonetic deals with the physical production of these sounds, while phonology is the study of sound patterns and their meanings both within and across languages. Comparison between phonology and phonetics. Phonetics is the basic for phonological analysis, while phonology is the basic for further work in morphology, syntax, discourse, and orthography design. While phonology analyzes the sound patterns of a particular language by determining which phonetic sounds are significant and explaining how these sounds are interpreted by the native speakers, phonetics analyzes the production of all human speech sounds regardless of language. Phoneme is the smallest contrasting unit in the sound system of a language. Phonologists have different views of the phonemes. In the American structuralist tradition, a phoneme is defined according to its allophones and environments, while in the generative tradition, a phoneme is defined as a set of distinctive features. The next definition is allophone. It's a phonetic variant of a phoneme in a particular language. For example, in English, we have a versus a, that is nasal. In English, it's predictable from phonetic context that a occurs before nasal consonants. For example, we have a like in of and a like in on. Then we have allomorph that refers to other forms of a word, like allo that means other and morph that means form. For example, we have strong that is strength, long, length, and true, truth. Comparison between phones and phonemes. A phone is one of many possible sounds in the language of the word, while a phoneme is a contrasting unit in the sound system of a particular language. A phone is the smallest identifiable unit found in a string of speech, while a phoneme is a minimal unit that serves to distinguish between meanings of words. A phone is pronounced in a defined way, while a phoneme is pronounced in one or more ways, depending on the number of allophones. A phone is represented between brackets by convention, while a phoneme is represented between slashes by convention. Next definition is minimal pairs. The term refers to two words that differ in only one sound, such as hit and hit. The words in a minimal pair have completely different, often unrelated definitions. For example, minimal pairs be and ve, as in very and berry, as in beer and beer. Minimal pairs final like k and g, as in bag and bag, as in clock and clock. Homophones are words that share the same phoneme patterns and pronunciation. Words that have the same sound, pronunciation, but different meanings and usually different spelling, like aid, ale, soul, soul, sale, sell, sent, sent, new, new. We have homograph, pairs of words that spell the same but do not share the same pronunciation, like park, a public play area, or park as to bring a vehicle to stop and leave it temporarily. We have friend that could be a verb or a machine used at construction sites. Homonyms, words pronounced and spelled the same, meaning depends on context, like match, a game of sport, or match, a small wooden stick used for lighting fires. Fly, that could be an insect or to hover and move above the ground. Finally, we have grapheme, from the Greek graphema, a letter in linguistics. In linguistics, it is one of a set of orthographic symbols, letters, or combination of letters in a given language that serve to distinguish one word from another and usually correspond to or represent phonemes. The F in fan, the P in phantom, and the G in love. Also, we have the G in jar, the G in geography, the J in hue. The SH in shine, the S in sugar, and the CH in chef. My name is Francis Medrano, and this was me